Hey everybody, welcome to the Tom Parsley channel. I'm Tom, and just like Parsley, we get into a little bit of everything. So what are we doing today? We're here at St. John's Episcopal Church, which started in the 1780s. We're in Oakdale, New York, Sayville, New York, South Shore of Long Island. And what are we doing here? What are we doing at a church? Because across the street is a Gilded Age mansion that I don't have access to anymore because it is private property. So I'm gonna turn you around in a minute. We're gonna go over there. It's pretty, the traffic is really bad over here. So I'll just show you the entranceway because that's all I could show you. I can't go in there. It's private property now. But we'll talk about whose mansion it is and why is it Gilded Age and why is it important for our Long Island history, because we're continuing this series of Gilded Age South Shore Gold Coast, because you know Long Island has this North Shore Gold Coast that everybody knows about, but South Shore of Long Island also has a Gold Coast with its own set of mansions and its own set of these Gilded Age millionaires back then, like the Vanderbilts, which were over here, and which we'll stop at another part, and all these other famous or not so famous people, but they made a lot of money, and this was their second, third estates over here. So we'll talk about why they picked this kind of area, because once one moved, then their friends all came, and there was also the Southside Sportsman's Club, which was at Connecticut State Park, which also drew a lot of people to the area, because once they saw this area, they're like, hey, this is really cool. So let me take you to the front entrance over there. I'm not going to go in it because I can't, because there's a security guard right there, and we'll talk about what it is. All right, so right behind me over here is the main entrance to the Bourne Mansion, which it was known as its name, let me go in the shade here, as its name of Indian Neck Hall, and it was the mansion of Frederick Bourne. Frederick Bourne made his money as the Singer sewing machine magnate, and he was also a yachtsman. He was a Commodore, and this was his estate. So I'm going to turn you around. I'll try to zoom in down the main driveway here, so maybe you can see the columns of the house. And I'll give you a little history of the house and what it is now and what it was and all that stuff. So let me just kind of shift over a little bit, turn you around, and I'll zoom in down the driveway. And then you can see the security guard that's right there that I'm not even going to attempt to try to get past. So let me zoom you in a little bit. So that is the gatehouse over there. You can see the signage over there, Bourne Mansion. And then this is the main driveway over here, and I'll zoom you in way in so you can see all the way. I'll try to keep you steady, all the way down that driveway to, and there's the security guard, all the way down to that Bourne Mansion, the front of it. Okay, so little history of the Bourne Mansion. It was built around 1890s. It was called Indian Neck Hall back then. Hold on, I'm gonna sit down and give you the history here, so give me a second. Right, so you can still kind of see the entrance in the back over here, and then all the traffic going back and forth. So Frederick Bourne, Singer sewing machine magnate, made all his money in a Singer sewing machine. He had two other houses, mansions, somewhere else. I think one in Manhattan and one in Florida, I think. But anyway, he was a yachtsman. He chose this place because it happened to be, there was a natural river. I don't know what it was called back then, but it had a deep enough harbor where he could keep his yacht right over here and then go out and back and whatever else he wanted to do. So Frederick Bourne's daughter, Florence, married Anson Hard. Anson Hard is the man from the South Haven County Park, the Rod and Gun Club over there, and they got married, and as a gift, he gave a part of the estate, because his estate was massive, and they built an estate called Meadow Edge down over there, which is currently today the West Sayville public golf course. And I just made a video for that. I'll post it somewhere up over here. This is so I can remember to put the card over here. And also the playlist will be right in the beginning of all the Gilded Age South Shore Gold Coast mansions. So Bourne had the Bourne Mansion. It was called Indian Neck Hall, and all the estates had names: Meadow Edge, Indian Neck Hall, Idle Hour, what was Bayard Cuttings, Westbrook. So they all had names, right? So this was Indian Neck Hall. It's now the Bourne Mansion. But then when he died in 1915s, right around World War I, all of his descendants didn't know what to do with the property, so they just sold it, and a Christian Brotherhood bought it, monastery. They bought it for, back then, I think they bought it for $1 million, and they started LaSalle Military Academy, and that was going for more than 100 years over here, because I think it was recently sold in 2020s, 2019 maybe. So LaSalle Military Academy ran it forever, or over 100 years. And then in its latter part of time, the mansion itself was used as a catering hall for weddings and whatever. And then once they sold it, they ran out of money, or they just decided to, that was it. I think it was St. John's University bought it and took over operations for a little while. They left. And now this school, the Amity Education Group and the Harrow International, oh, there's a turkey, turkey across the street. I just saw it jump up into a tree. Harrow Intermediate International School. I think it's a British school. Anyway, it's all private property now. I tried to get in and walk down there, but there's a security guard right at the gate and a big sign says private property. I guess if I made an appointment, because I think they still do weddings and stuff there, but I'll just put pictures here. I'll put pictures here, here of what it looks like, what it looked like historically, what it looks like now. It was a massive, massive mansion. I think when it was built, it was the largest estate on the East Coast at that time, I think. But that's the Bourne Mansion. So a little bit of history. Sorry I couldn't show it to you, but it is private property. Sometimes these old estates are private property. But this church across the street is really nice, and it predates the Bourne Mansion by at least 100 years, because this started in the 1780s, 1783, I think the sign said. This is St. John's Episcopal Church here in, I guess this is considered Oakdale. We're right on the border of Oakdale and Sayville. And it's a nice place. They have a labyrinth here, cemetery and stuff. So yeah, so that's the Bourne Mansion. So this is Tom from the Tom Parsley channel. Thank you for coming along on this series of Long Island history, Gilded Age, Long Island's South Shore, Gold Coast, and a little bit of history, you know, so we know, we drive past these things all the time. What is it? Where did it come from? What is the history? And how did it play a part in everyone kind of moving into this area? Because Sayville has a lot of history. It goes further back to the 1600s. So yeah, so thank you for coming along on the journey. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you on the next video. We're on all the socials. We're marching towards our goal of 250, 300 subscribers. So come along on the journey. We'll see you on the next video. And Tom from Tom Parsley channel, signing off.